The most important thing to create in your coaching business is your offer. You see, a bad offer, it won't make you any money. And people won't even give you a chance if you don't have your offer right. You see, the problem is too many coaches, they don't know enough about marketing. And I remember being there myself. So they don't know how to structure an irresistible coaching offer that gets them paid well. And in this video, I'm going to show you 3 parts of your offer and how to say it so you get paid. So get out a pen and paper or your favorite notes app or whatever you like to use so we can workshop your coaching offer and make it irresistible. My name is Fortune. I'm the author of 3 books and a self-publishing strategist. I help established coaches and consultants write a book and use that book to grow their businesses. And I've created a proprietary method of getting your book out of your head in less than 4 hours using a phone and a few websites. And this show teaches you how to do that and build sales funnels to turn your book readers into clients and other customers. All right, so there are only 3 things you need to build an irresistible offer. I mean, you already heard mine just now. I said, I help established coaches and consultants write a signature book and use that book to grow their businesses. And I've created a proprietary method of getting your book out of your head in less than 4 hours using a phone and a few websites. See, anyone that wants to write a book, they're going to be like intrigued. They're going to be turned on like, that sounds awesome. I get asked all the time, like, how do you do that? And that's what you want. You want people to be curious about your offer. See, I was listening to a recording of A.L. Williams called How to Beat Talent, Brains, and Education. Man, that's a great title. You know what I mean? And if you heard of Primerica, he's the founder. He started that company while coaching football on a salary of, get this y'all, $10,000. He said, if you want to beat the pretty people, you got to have an edge. And his edge was to give people the same amount of life insurance for a fraction of the cost. I mean, that's a perfect irresistible offer. Then he showed them how to invest the difference so they could become financially free. So just think about that for a second. The question is, how do you design an offer like that for yourself? That's why you're on here, to get your pen ready to workshop. So I've worked with a coaching client today. He was very good at his job. He's been helping companies for years as a contractor, but he wants to transition into one-to-one coaching. His problem was clarifying his niche. So I asked him 3 questions. Who do you help? What do you help them do? How do you do it? Then I pulled out my whiteboard in front of the screen because we're on Zoom, and I wrote out the XYZ offer framework. I help X do Y by Z. So let's break this down just a little bit more. The X is your market. 80% plus of the markets out there, the niches out there, are going to fit in these big 3. They are relationships, it is health, and it is wealth. So you're going to start at that surface level and then find yourself going deeper and deeper into one of these markets. And I do not care how many levels you go deep into it, as long as you go about 3 levels deep or more. What I'm saying is that once you start off with, say, relationships, okay, relationships top level. The next level below that is, let's talk about marriage. Okay, I saw a guy earlier today. He had several books on about divorce. So that's why it's top of mind for me right now. So under relationships, you have divorce. Now, under the topic of divorce, you have multiple categories that you can deal with. You can deal with women going through divorce, men going through divorce. You can deal with the children going through divorce. You could be dealing with how to stay together after divorce. It could be talking about all types of topics under that area of divorce. So you have to choose that for yourself. So you see how that's at least 3 levels deep? If you go any deeper than that, you're getting very, very niche, and that's okay. That's a good place to be. But 3 or 4 is really a sweet spot. You don't need to go any higher. You definitely don't need to go any less. Okay, you're not just relationships. It's not just your market. So X, who is your market? And you kind of want to talk to what their problem is. That's one of the key pieces here. What is their problem? And that helps you so the market can tell you, like, I have that problem, that sounds like me. And I hear you. Why would I say that? And I can eliminate all this other parts of the market if I say, I'm looking for this type of person that has this type of problem. That means you can't help all these other people. That's probably true, but that's okay. You have multiple marketing messages that can go out. You have different called marketing angles. Now that's getting a little more deep than we're having for this video, but realize that you know that anything in your market, you can talk to them about different things that you have to offer because there are multiple aspects of your offer, which we'll talk about in Z. I'm just giving you the key pieces to use to make your offer irresistible. But I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll get to the mechanism shortly. So X again is your market. Y is your results. What do you help them do? And it's very important that you focus on what result you're helping your market to get. We're talking to men who are going through divorce to help them navigate divorce, okay? So what do I want them to do? I want them to be able to heal after divorce. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about healing after divorce. You thought you found the one, and for whatever reason, no real fault or anything, you guys just kind of separated. Things just kind of, you didn't go the same path for some reason, right? I want to help men going through divorce to heal after divorce so they can continue to move on to life, to find this peace and to find love again after divorce. Notice where we're going here. Men going through divorce is the market. Y is the result. The helping them to get the peace and love again after divorce. Okay, that is why. What do you help them do? Don't say something that you can't necessarily point a finger at. It's something that you can say that's what you're going to get. Don't make it such a pie in the sky. Like, I help you feel better. What does feel better mean? Give me something. It makes this, because for me, feeling better means that I am super energetic that day. The next person feeling better might mean that they just don't feel any pain that day. For the next person, feeling better might mean that they can actually like deal with their own thinking that day. I don't know what it meant. You need to describe and be more specific about what it is, the result that you help people get. X is the market, Y is the result. Now we come to this last piece here, which is Z. Z is your mechanism. Now the mechanism comes from marketing talk. So we talk about copywriters. Copywriters are people who use the written word to persuade people to take some action. Okay. So in the world of copywriting, they teach this idea of a unique mechanism, meaning a unique process, something that's specific to you. And this is what kind of separates you the most from everyone else. Because if we think about X and Y to this point, many people are helping men in divorce to have some peace and to find love again. There are multiple coaches who probably are doing that. I can probably Google it right now and find many coaches helping people do that on different levels, whatever it may be, whether it's they're coaching them, they're consulting them, they have some courses, they have some workshops, whatever. There are many people offering those services. So what separates them from each other is their unique mechanism, what makes you special. And that's what you're talking about in your unique mechanism. The question here is, how do you do it? I like to have you name your mechanism, but that's in another video. I have another video that will teach you more about how to actually to create your mechanism, to create your signature process, and name that system, break it down, and have all the different pieces of how you're going to help someone get results. I have another video to show you how to do that. You're going to check out that video now. What I want you to do is at least know what your unique mechanism is. You probably have a name for it. I have the signature book formula as one of my mechanisms. I have the story formula. I clearly like formula. I have the signature book funnel, which is a specific type of funnel that I help my coaches and my consultants to create as they finish publishing their book. Now we got to find ways to monetize it. I have that. I have several mechanisms that I have named myself. The 4-brain strategy. I have the 6 WH philosophy. I have the unique book positioning statement, which is a specific statement to help people understand what your book is about. Like, I have these different names and mechanisms specific to what I'm doing. And that separates me from the other publishers or other book coaches out there or other people who might help you to write your books. Entrepreneurs are teaching that out there. You need to have your own unique mechanism. And that's why you heard me say the signature book formula, the signature book, and helping them grow their business. So Z is your mechanism. I'm going to talk about this a little bit more in just a second. But to put this all together, so what would be my unique mechanism for these men who are going through divorce? I'm helping them to find peace and love after divorce. Okay? And I might call this the let's make it simple. Finding love again. Okay, let's make it keep it simple like that. Finding Love Again program, right? This Finding Love Again program is going to be a 5-phase program that helps you to heal from your divorce, to help you start rebuilding your own self-confidence, and then the third step might be you start going out and dating again, start building yourself up in your profiles and so forth. The fourth step is learning how to go on dates again because you've been married. So the third one is like getting yourself ready for dating. The fourth one is actually doing those dates, and the fifth is that long-term nurturing of relationships. So I help men going through divorce to heal and find love again through my, what did I call this program? I forgot the name of it. Finding Love Again program. There's 5 phases of it to help you go from broken to being healed and loving again. There we go. Irresistible offer, possibly. I can make it a little bit better. That's first off the top of the head. You need to work a little better on your process because you know something you're working with. The hardest part, though, of the XYZ offer framework is the mechanism. Now, Art Williams, I gave the example before, his mechanism had 2 parts. Buy term life insurance, something other companies sold, but they didn't do it like Art Williams. He had to separate himself. He showed his clients how to invest their savings. Whatever money they saved from buying term, he showed them how to invest it. This means he had a complete program. And you want your own mechanism too with a complete program. See, it should be something you've designed based on your personal experience, your research you've done, and having this unique mechanism and complete program sets you apart from everyone else. Other coaches help people get similar results, but your unique mechanism with a complete program is the differentiator. I call this combo a signature system, but you must have a well-designed signature system if you want to consistently get results for your market. So I created a video on how to design a signature system. Again, I talked about it a little while ago. Here the video is, and you can find the link to it in the description if you cannot watch it here on the video right now. So there is also a free downloadable worksheet in that video to help you map out or update your coaching program if you already have one. Now, I'd be remiss if I didn't let you in on another idea. You see, the ultimate weapon in your marketing is a signature book. And if you're thinking about writing one for your business, I want you to grab a copy of my ebook called The 4-Hour Book and learn how to write your book in less than 4 hours. See, I use mine to bring in 7 to 10 new leads every day. I mean, book buyers are my leads. They're more qualified than lead magnets because the people bought my book. And it's much easier to turn a book buyer into a client than it is to convert someone who grabs your free lead magnet. Trust me, I've been there. So go to 4hourbook.com to download the ebook it's only $3 right now. And you know what? That's all for this episode. Getting clear on your market, result, and mechanism and putting them into the XYZ framework is the secret to creating a phrase that pays you. Practice it, internalize it, and just own it. That being said, you can be, you can do, you can have anything you want in this world. You just got to believe. You can't live a life of no doubt, just blessings. I will show you how. So, go out there and make life happen every day. God bless. I'll talk to you next time.